Temple junior college transfer, throws it into the high post for Gabe Osaboyan, faces the basket, turns back, pitches it out high for Johnson. He drives the right side of the lane, off balance, pass out high for Osaboyan, swung far side corner. Here's McNeil for three, nothing but net for Sean McNeil. He scored his season high 26 points when WVU hosted Kansas State earlier this season. He's on the board. It's 5-0, 18:50 left in the first half.
And an intelligent extra pass there by Osaboyan to see him in the corner.
Noel to the right wing from a girl, into the far side corner, from Massoud. He'll step back from 12 feet. It's no good. Rebound Taz Sherman. Outlet Kedrian Johnson. West Virginia going to slow the pace as he fires it to McNeil at midcourt.
And that's a shot that you're willing to let Massoud settle for.
McGurl went for the steal on the pass to Sherman on the left wing. Skipped over to the near side. This is McNeil. One dribble towards the baseline, swung around between the circles, Bridges, and pitched over for Kedrian Johnson high to the left side. Works it back to the top of the key. Thought about a step back, three into the mid post on the left side. Here's Osaboyan, turns over his left shoulder. No good, fights for his own rebound. Tipped around, controlled by McGurl. He'll bring it down the right side. Double team comes back between the circles, deflects off Massoud to Pack. Swung left wing. Here's Noel with a right hand dribble. Two all the way to the basket. Far side corner, Massoud out for McGurl and near side wing. The double team comes on McGurl. Backdoor cut Smith. Overhead pass for Massoud in the deep right corner, and he knocks it down. Ishmael Massoud breaks the scoring drought for Kansas State to start this game. It's 5-3, 17:45 left in the first half.
And another great extra pass there for Kansas State. Don't settle for the contested layup. You had the wide open 15-footer.
Osaboyan on a backdoor cut for Johnson. He missed the layup but was fouled. That will go against Marquise Noel, his first foul of the contest. Kedrian Johnson to the line for two.
And that's another thing you get by putting Osaboyan into your starting lineup. He's probably the best passing big man on this team. They run that set out of the high post, and it's nothing really fancy, just a give and go. But Kedrian Johnson in a straight line, he's a tough man to stick with, gets to the rim, and picks up the foul.
Kedrian Johnson shooting 76% at the line. First substitution set to come in a moment for West Virginia. That's Paulie Polycap. First shot from Kedrian Johnson. Drops through. He's got an extra year of eligibility left. He did walk on senior day for WVU, one of 7 Mountaineer seniors. Polycap checks in for Osaboyan. 6-3 the score, 17:37 left in the first half of action.
Kedrian Johnson scoring in double figures in 4 games this season. The Mountaineers are so much better offensively with him scoring the basketball.
Second shot clanks off the back of the rim. Offensive rebound taken to the free throw line by Jalen Bridges. Left wing, a shot fake for Sherman. Skipped out near side. Right wing three from Sean McNeil, rims out. Polycap battles for the rebound, taken out by McGurl. He's pressured by Polycap and Bridges. Gets it to Pack. Long pass down the left side from Mark Smith. One-on-one with Sherman. Drives the baseline, muscles up, Euro step, dished off, right block. Here's McGurl. He lays it in. 6-5, the West Virginia lead. 17:15 left in the first half.
Great off-ball move, and that was a problem. Polycap was in the backcourt looking for the double team, and he couldn't come down the floor to defend the rim.
Johnson with a handoff for McNeil, who brings it back between the circles. Pitch left side for Sherman. Top of the key, Polycap. Guarded by Massoud. Isaiah Cottrell set to check in for the Mountaineers. Handoff goes to McNeil on the left wing. Thought about stepping back for three. Instead threw a pass right to Nigel Pack at the top of the key. Outletted down the right side. Euro step from Massoud. He was stripped. Rather, that was McGurl who turned it over. It's taken out by Jalen Bridges, who walks it into the front court. High to the right side. It goes to Sean McNeil. One-on-one in the post. He's got Polycap against Massoud. Left-hand hook shot. No good off the front of the rim. Tipped out by Massoud. Controlled by Pack, who brings it across midcourt in transition. Here's Mark Smith down the left side of the lane. Bumps into Polycap and lays it in. Kansas State has its first lead, 7-6.
Polycap has to do better there, squaring himself off to the player and not allowing him to get to the rim.
Left wing, Polycap catches the pass from Bridges. Swung between the circles for Sean McNeil. Back to Polycap on the left wing. Short corner on the left side for Bridges. To the right off the Polycap screen. Pulls it back out high to the left wing. He'll step into a three-pointer. Off the nose of the rim, rebounded by Pack. 7-6, the Kansas State lead. Pass down the right side. McGurl will catch and shoot for three. He missed it pretty bad short. Rebound, Kedrian Johnson pushes quickly into the front court. He doesn't have numbers and swings it right side. Sean McNeil on that Phillips 66 logo. High to the right side. Back to the top of the key, Sherman. And now Polycap on the right wing. Behind the back pass goes to Taz Sherman, who splits 2 defenders. No look pass in the near side corner. McNeil got it! Sean McNeil's second three-pointer of the game breaks a 3-minute field goal drought for the Mountaineers. They lead at 9-7. But West Virginia has dominated possession and dominated the attack while trailing Georgia State 1-0 with 55 minutes played. It's Jack Hilton Jones with the ball at his feet. Back for Ross Finney, the Scotsman, and he sends it into that back line. Logan Lukey, and now George Proctor, and Ramon Munoz down the left side. 1-2 on the pass with Max Wilkins. Slipped down line once again Simon Carlson sends one to Finney, top of the box, brought down out of the air on one touch. Ethan Sassine has the ball taken from him by Aaron Dent-Grazia, and West Virginia will have a chance to come out with Frederick Jorgensen down the left wing, but he'll elect to go back for Bjorn Thiessen.
Good play here down the left-hand side by Georgia State. Quick 1-2 touch passing. Great ball played over the top by George Proctor, and again, Ethan Sassine not able to get around the last defender, Kevin Morris, and again, West Virginia is able to clear their lines and keep Georgia State out from their half.
So West Virginia sends this one long, but it goes back to George Proctor, cleared away easily, couldn't find the run of Tony Pineda, and it goes all the way down to the keeper Rankenberg, who sends it out. Kevin Morris stepping out of his center back position to get tied up with Sassine, and it will be Georgia State with a free kick near midfield.
Yeah, Ethan Sassine seemed to shout to the referee, the center judge, that he wanted to continue the advantage there, but the ref cut the play off and gave Georgia State the dead ball kick from the middle of the pitch.
So it's Hilton Jones playing it short for Lukey, and now Miller Bell down the far touchline will take the throw as it goes out off of Jorgensen, but not before we get the first substitution of the second half. Brian Silva will head off, replaced by Matthew Fernley, the man that won the penalty for Georgia State in the first half that led to the match's first goal. Now it's Thiessen coming out of the West Virginia half, down line. Jorgensen sends it ahead. Hands go up from Georgia State. Now the flag does. Tony Pineda was offside.
Good play there by the Georgia State back line to be held in line with one another and be very, very disciplined there to just play that offside trap and have Tony Pineda be called for offsides and negate that attacking option for West Virginia.
So Lukey will take the free kick about 30 yards out from his own goal. Boots it ahead into the air. Wilkins can't get that one away from Jorgensen, and it finds the feet of Thiessen. West Virginia looking to take space down the right side. Here's Dent-Grazia. At the halfway line, it's Borneo coming in on his left foot against Carlson. Back centrally, it goes to Bear. And they'll go to the left side. Thiessen coming ahead. Slip down line. Jorgensen down the left wing with a chance. Back onto his right foot, edge of the area. Tips it back to Drummers. He's wiped out. Drummers will have a strike from 25 yards, and it's an absolute screamer into the top right corner for Dion Drummers. What a return for the Dutchman. We're even at one.
That was an outstanding shot there by Dion Drummers. Like we said before, not a lot of shots from outside of the box. Dion Drummers decides to take one and absolutely cranks one into the top right-hand corner. Rankenberg, nothing to do there. West Virginia equalizes off of the great shot by Dion Drummers. Great return there, like Daniel said.
Dion Drummers, in his return to the lineup for West Virginia, equalizes for the Mountaineers, an absolute rocket into the top right corner that Gunther Rankenberg had no chance to stop. And we're even at one in the 59th minute. 3 down front for West Virginia, looking to send pressure off that far edge. Man in motion as Orth hands it off. Ball's loose in the backfield. Battled around. West Virginia appears to have dove on top of it as there was a miscommunication on the handoff between DeBeek and Camden Orth, and West Virginia is going to come out with the football. It's Jordan Jefferson, the redshirt sophomore from Navarre, Florida, coming in as a depth piece on the defensive line. He shoots the gap and falls onto the football. Another turnover gives the Mountaineers possession deep in Long Island territory at the 21.
Yeah, 3 different players up front for the Mountaineers. Jefferson was one of them. Have to wait and see who they give the official fumble recovery to, but he shot the gap, got in the backfield after you mentioned miscommunication. The running back left the football behind him, and now the Mountaineers will work quickly.
It's Jarrett Dagey in the shotgun. Letty Brown to his left. Takes the snap, and they'll go play action, dropping, looking downfield, looking for the end zone. And right under the goalpost, it's through the hands of his intended receiver, Bryce Ford Wheaton. Yeah, it was the coverage there from Long Island was tight deep down the field, coming primarily there from Tariq Sneed.
Yeah, that was just a deep post for Bryce Ford Wheaton. Mountaineer offensive line gave Dagey time to throw. He put it in a good spot, right on top of the V in West Virginia in the end zone. Just couldn't make the grab.
Twins left, single receiver right.
Brown sidecar left. They'll go counter, running up the middle and shooting through the offensive line, crossing the 15 for West Virginia is Justin Johnson Jr. checked into the game. Stopped by Qualil Lumpkins. Call that a pickup of 6 for the Mountaineers. 3rd down and 4. Spotted on the right hash at the 15-yard line as the Mountaineers again look to go quickly. Dagey looking to the sideline for the call. Formation stays the same for TJ Banks, who moves wing to the right side of the formation as Dagey moves Johnson now to his left. Claps his hands together. Play action, looking on a slant over the middle. Got him in. Sam James breaks the tackle. He's into the end zone for West Virginia touchdown. Sam James snags the ball at the 2-yard line, shakes off a would-be tackler, and scores to put West Virginia over the 50-point mark.
Just a perfect RPO over the middle of the field. That time for Dagey. He had 7 in the box. Both linebackers broke towards the ball. So it was the right read on the inside slant to Sam James, as we have an injury here at the end of the play for Long Island. But just James had the inside positioning, and that was one of the better throws we've seen from Dagey tonight for another touchdown pass for him and another touchdown for West Virginia. That's Dagey's 3rd.
That ball right on the money from Jarrett Dagey to Sam James. Hit him in stride, and the native of Richmond Hill, Georgia, scores for the Mountaineers, his 2nd receiving touchdown of the day at the 11:16 mark of the 3rd quarter. It's West Virginia 51 and Long Island nothing. As Luke said, a Long Island defender shaken up near the goal line, being attended to by that training staff. But Luke, if that is the end of the day for Jarrett Dagey, which it's been an efficient one so far for this West Virginia offense, Neil Brown said he wanted to see a lot of Garrett Green today. Now seems like as good a time as any as Qualil Lumpkins is helped off the field.
Yeah, absolutely. I liked a lot of what I saw from Jarrett Dagey in that game. Really 2 poor throws he's going to look back on that he wish he would have had back, but 3 touchdowns, 267 yards. I was glad that Neil Brown put him out, at least for confidence sake, for these first couple of drives here in the second half. He gets the bubble screen touchdown and then one of his more impressive throws. Not necessarily the throw, more so the read on the RPO, on the quick slant to James, and his confidence is going to be sky high going into what now becomes the most important matchup on the calendar for the Mountaineers of Virginia Tech.
Casey Legg on for the extra point. Snap back from Austin Brinkman to Grayson Malish. Evans kick up, kick good for the native of Cross Lanes, West Virginia. It's 52-0 Mountaineers with 11:16 to play in the 3rd quarter.
Opponents hitting just 124 against Sam Bachman, and West Virginia will have to deal with him today. The first man who will have a chance to do that is Austin Davis, and if there's anybody that's going to get going for this Mountaineer offense, it will be him. Probably the hottest hitter at WVU right now, potentially in the Big 12. A 309 average, 1 home run, 12 RBIs in 139 at-bats this season for the Mountaineer junior right fielder. We'll get you the rest of the lineup for WVU momentarily as he stands in against Bachman. First pitch fastball, check swing. They'll appeal down to first, and he went around. Matt McCormick on deck. Paul McIntosh to follow in the 3 spot, the catcher and left fielder respectively. Davis steps back in. And we'll get time called by the right-handed hitting right fielder. Bachman had started into his motion, and once again he'll have a chance here on 0-1 and waving at a slider at 88 miles per hour, breaking towards the outside edge is Davis for strike 2. Hudson Bajorek hits cleanup at first base. Alec Burns is the 3rd baseman hitting 5th. Nathan Blasek, the freshman, gets the start at designated hitter position in the 6th spot. Once again, Davis will step in. 2 straight sliders from Sam Bachman. This time he stays with it. It's down in the dirt for ball 1. Victor Scott is in center field. He hits 7th. Tyler Dones is the 2nd baseman hitting 8th. And Kevin Brophy gets the start at shortstop in the 9th spot. Bachman ready once again on 1 and 2. Here's the delivery. Fastball looking for the outside corner, but he couldn't get it. Home plate umpire Robert Reitz not liking that one, but he ran it up to 98. 2-2 count to Austin Davis. Bottom of the first, nobody out, and another slider. This one diving to the bottom of the zone, and Davis swings over top of it for strike 3. Sam Bachman showing in that at-bat why he is so well regarded by Major League scouts. Striking out West Virginia's Austin Davis. 3 sliders, all swinging strikes to set down the WVU leadoff hitter. Matt McCormick will hit from the left side. The catcher, 265 on the season, 7 home runs, including 1 last night. He makes contact with this one. Chopper over the head of the pitcher Bachman. He'll go back to get it on one hop, but his throw pulled the first baseman Henser off the bag. Matt McCormick records an infield single. That ball did not hit much further than 3 feet in front of home plate. It was over the head of Bachman. He had to wait for it to come down, made a basket catch over his shoulder, but a poor throw to Jacob Henser allows Matt McCormick to reach. We'll see if that is ruled an infield single, as it was a tough play for Bachman, or if he'll be charged with a throwing error. That'll bring Paul McIntosh to the plate. An out near left fielder, hitting .268 on the season with 7 home runs and 20 RBIs. Now with a man on base, he'll take a slider away for ball 1. And the official ruling, that's a single for Matt McCormick. Hudson Bajorek on deck. 1-0 count to Paul McIntosh. Short lead at first for McCormick. Set at the belt is Bachman. Here's the delivery. Steal faked. Fastball comes up high. Misses for ball 2. Defensive alignment for Miami of Ohio. Brian Zapp at third base, then going left to right through the infield. You've got Tyler Wardwell, Will Vogelsang, and Henser, the aforementioned first baseman. Check swing from McIntosh on a 97-mile-per-hour fastball. Sends it into the screen above the Mountaineer dugout. The outfield from left to right for Miami. Dalton Back, Benji Brokman, and Parker Massman. 2-1 the count to McIntosh. McCormick again takes a short lead at first. He drove the Mountaineer offense in the win last night. 4 for 5 on the day. From the stretch, here's the pitch. Fastball misses up high. Coming out of the crouch is the catcher. That's Nate Stolze to keep that one from the backstop. McIntosh steps out on 3-1. And will once again ready himself to face Sam Bachman. And he'll call time. McIntosh takes an extra practice swing, and now stepping off is Bachman. Already a little bit of a mental war between these two stalwarts. 3-1 delivery. Bachman from the stretch. There it is. Slider, and it missed up high. Froze McIntosh, as that one was a borderline pitch, but Robert Reitz didn't like it. And West Virginia's got back-to-back base runners with McIntosh headed to first on a 5-pitch walk. That'll allow Bajorek to come to the plate. Graduate transfer from Wofford being honored on senior day today. Has split his time between left field designated hitter and first base, where he gets the start today. 281 hitter, 2 home runs, 17 RBIs. He'll hit with a man in scoring position. First pitch slider bends back into the zone, taking the inside corner for strike 1. When Bachman has been able to locate that off-speed pitch, there's not been much West Virginia's hitters can do with it. He's ahead of Bajorek 0-1. Here's the delivery. Fastball outside corner at 97, but he couldn't hit it. Ball 1. Count even 1-1 to the West Virginia first baseman. Bachman, I mentioned a consensus top 15 MLB draft prospect, a first-team All-MAC selection, double steal as both runners go into motion. Protecting was Bajorek, and he fouls that one out of play down the first base side. Ranked number 10 by the Athletics' Keith Law in the upcoming Major League Baseball draft, number 14 by MLB Pipeline. The first-team All-MAC selection in 2019 alongside Will Vogelsang, who gets the start at second base today. Count 1-2 to Bajorek. McCormick a short lead at second. McIntosh not being held on by the first baseman Henser. Here's the 1-2 delivery. Swing, and it's hit down the first base side. It hops over the glove of Henser and down into the right field corner. Coming around to score will be McCormick. They'll send McIntosh. The throw is cut off. And in with an RBI double, scoring 2 runs, is Hudson Bajorek. It was a hard-hit ball the other way that took a hop over Jacob Henser's glove. It rolled all the way to the right field corner. Parker Massman was able to track it down. His throw was cut off. McIntosh scores from first. McCormick comes in from second, and the Mountaineer offense is rolling early with a 2-run lead. Alec Burns will hit from the right side. The third baseman has been a revelation late in the season for West Virginia. That hit being ruled a double for Bajorek, as a first pitch slider comes up high and misses from Bachman. Sam Bachman had allowed 7 earned runs on the season coming into today. That's 2 already in the first. 1 out, 1-0 count to Alec Burns. Bajorek down at second. Swinging at this pitch is Burns. It'll chop foul outside the third base bag. Brian Zapp gave it chase, but it was out of his reach. Nathan Blasick on deck for West Virginia. A freshman hit his 3rd home run of the season last night. A towering shot into the right center field parking lot. It's 1-1, even count to Alec Burns. Short lead at second for Bajorek. He's already driven in 2 runs today. Bachman comes set from the stretch. Here's the delivery. Chopped back up the middle, taken on a couple of hops by the shortstop Woolwine. He'll throw on to first, and Alec Burns is retired for out number 2. Moving up to third is Bajorek. Bounding ball there, handled nicely by Wardwell, rather. A lot of alliteration on this Miami of Ohio roster. Woolwine, Wardwell. First pitch to Blasick is a fastball that misses downstairs. Benji Brokmond in the outfield. Parker Massman in right field. 1-0 delivery to the DH Blasick, and he waves at a slider that went right for that back foot for strike 1. Bajorek 90 feet from home with 2 outs here in the bottom of the first. West Virginia already scoring 2 runs on Bajorek's double into the right center field, or in the right field corner rather. 1-1 to Blasick. This one put in play, headed for the left center field gap. Going back is Dalton Back. He'll make the catch just shy of the warning track for out number 3. West Virginia strikes for 2 against Miami of Ohio's ace, Sam Bachman, here in the bottom of the first. We'll go to the top half of the second. The Mountaineers lead it 2-0. You're listening to Mountaineer Baseball on U92 The Moose.